Hello world, this is YernarProjects.com. Let's talk about management of projects. Very firstly, we should try to give a definition of project management. Then we will talk about project lifecycle, determinants of project success, stakeholders, and why they are important. So, what is project? Project is a temporary effort undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. What is management? Management is function that coordinates the efforts of people to accomplish goals and objectives by using available resources efficiently and effectively. Project management is the use of knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to plan and implement activities to meet or exceed stakeholder needs and expectations from a project. Project management is truly life skill because you learn how to get things done. Projects are characterized by four features: a group of people, a goal, limited time and money, and a certain level of uncertainty regarding whether the goals will be achieved. Project managers are involved with all of these aspects. So-called life of any project can be typically divided in four phases: conceptualization, planning, execution, and termination. The starting point begins with the moment when a contract agreement is signed. Project effort starts slowly, builds to the peak, and then declines to delivery of the project to the customer. In conceptualization phase, specifications of the project are defined, project objectives are established, project teams are formed, and major responsibilities are assigned. The project scope clearly states the project's objectives and deliverables. Scope definition provides an administrative plan that is used to develop your operational plan. Scope definition should be as brief as possible but complete. Poorly defined scope leads to project failure. The development of the scope must involve the project manager, sponsors, performing organizations, and beneficiaries. During the planning phase, plans are developed to determine the project steps, beneficiaries, timeframes, quality standards, and budget. Many interesting and useful tools are used in planning stage like Gantt chart, work breakdown structure, and network diagram. Execution phase refers to the major portion of the project work. Time, cost, and specification measures are used for control. The project managers have to ensure that the project is on schedule, within the budget, and meeting specifications. They have also check if any changes are required. Termination phase is about delivering the project product to the customer, may involve customer training and transferring documents. Definitions of successful projects can be surprisingly elusive. How do we know when a project is successful, when it is profitable, or when it is delivered on budget and on time? It is ironic that project managers continue to have great difficulty in identifying a mutually acceptable and encompassing definition of success. Have you heard about triple constraint or iron triangle in project management? It comes from the classic definition of project goals that comprise time, budget, and performance. Projects cannot run indefinitely. They are constrained by a specific time frame. The second key element is budget limitations. Project manager must use resources as efficiently as possible to meet their budget allowances. Performance refers to technical specification. Client gives an idea of what the project is supposed to do or how the final product is supposed to operate. One more supplementary criterion can be added here. It's about client acceptance. If companies evaluate project success strictly according to the triple constraint, they have a potential to miss the most important, client acceptance. Project stakeholders are individuals and organizations who are actively involved in the project or whose interests may be positively or negatively affected by the project. Consequently, when a company makes strategic decisions, they often will have major implications for a number of stakeholder groups. For example, the strategic decision to close an unproductive manufacturing facility may make a good business sense in terms of cost versus benefits that the company derives from the manufacturing site. However, the decision to close the plant has the potential to unleash a torrent of stakeholder complaints in the form of protests from local unions, workers, community leaders in the town affected by the closing. Stakeholders, having varying levels of power and influence over the project, nevertheless have the potential to exert a number of significant demands on project managers and their teams. The challenge for project managers is to find a way to balance these various demands in order to maintain supportive and constructive relationships with each important stakeholder groups. Stakeholder analysis is instructive for understanding the impact of major strategic decisions. It may be too simplistic classification here. Nevertheless, this approach is useful because it demonstrates the inherent nature of conflict and other pressures arising from project development, as it exists between stakeholder groups rather than within any group. The client stakeholder group can impact project team operations in a number of ways, the most common of which are agitating for faster development, working closely with the team to ease project transfer problems, and influencing top management in the parent organization to continue supporting the project. Internal stakeholders are a vital component in any stakeholder analysis, and their impact is usually felt in relatively positive ways. Internal stakeholders do want to see the project developed successfully. On the other hand, many external stakeholder groups operate in manners that are hostile to project development. For example, consider the case in which a European city is seeking to upgrade its subway system, adding new lines and improving facilities. There is a strong potential for those who are interested in preserving antiquities to actively resist the completion of such project if they perceive that the tunnel digging could destroy valuable artifacts. Being a professional in this sphere allows you to travel around the world to work on plenty of incredible projects with interesting people from different backgrounds. If you are very tired from monotone and boring job, then you have to acquire some project management skills and view in order to feel a real satisfaction from your work and challenge yourself. Project managers are indispensable commodity for successful organizations of modern world. An increasing number of companies are coming to the same conclusion and are adopting project management process as a way of life.